Have you ever had one of those days where you just didn't seem to have any energy and your mind seemed like it was always in a fog and you wondered, what on earth did I get done? And what on earth is wrong with me? I have had many of those days. How about you? I can't concentrate and everything seems to go wrong. So let's stop and ask ourselves, did we have breakfast that day? Breakfast? Who has time for breakfast in the morning? Besides that, I want to lose weight. And skipping breakfast helps me reduce my calories, right? What's so important about breakfast anyway? We have all heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. So why do people skip breakfast if they skip a meal? Did you know that there are many physical and mental advantages to eating a good, healthy breakfast? I can see that you are wondering what could be so important about eating a healthy breakfast. The Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Health tells us that in their studies they have found that breakfast provides you with energy and nutrients that leads to increased concentration in school and work, and helps to maintain a healthy body weight and prevent the mid-morning slump. You know, that mid-morning day when you haven't eaten breakfast and suddenly your body says, I'm starving, feed me. And you start reaching for the cookies and candy and donuts and stuff like that, anything you can find. So there are more advantages to eating breakfast than you may have thought. Let me explain further. According to the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, skipping breakfast may increase a woman's risk for being diabetic. Women who eat breakfast an average of 0 to 6 times per week were at higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes than women who ate breakfast all 7 days. And for men, breakfast is associated with a lower incidence of disease in heart disease. This is in the journal Circulation. The study also found that skipping breakfast was associated with hypertension, insulin resistance, and an elevated blood sugar level. Also, in a 2005 Journal of American Diabetic Association review of 47 breakfast-related studies, they found that eating breakfast is likely to improve cognitive functioning related to memory and test scores. Translation: eating breakfast is a smart move. And then in a recent study, people who ate breakfast as their largest meal lost an average of 17.8 pounds in a 3-month period. The other participants ate the same amount of calories and only lost an average of 7.3 pounds over the same period of time. This was according to a published journal called Obesity. Have I convinced you yet? Or are you questioning the journal studies? How about one more from the Mayo Clinic? Will that do? They report that people who regularly eat breakfast have lower cholesterol and thus a lower risk of heart disease. A healthy breakfast also makes it easier to maintain a healthy weight, reduce type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and some cancers. Does this sound familiar? Additionally, as healthy breakfasts provide energy for physical activities, people who skip breakfast tend to be sedentary throughout the day. And so if you want to just sit around all day, let's not eat breakfast. So I can see that you are convinced that breakfast might be a good idea, but you can't figure out how to do it in the rush of the morning. Again, the Johns Hopkins Bloomberg School of Public Health comes a helpful suggestion. How about getting up 15 minutes earlier? How about preparing the breakfast items the night before? How about making muffins with whole grain and fruit to grab and go? If you need to grab something, grab a piece of fresh fruit. Or if you buy something from the store for your morning commute, make sure it has whole grain, dairy, and fruit included in it. Johns Hopkins also helps us understand what constitutes a healthy breakfast. They suggest picking 2 to 3 foods, including at least one from each of the following groups. Bread and grain like cereal, toast, and muffins, making sure that they are high in fiber and low in sodium and sugar. Next, milk and milk products like low-fat milk and yogurt. And then there's the fruit and vegetables like bananas, apples, and carrots. How about combining all three of them? Make a smoothie. You can just drink it down. It has the dairy with the milk or yogurt, fruit, and then by adding flaxseed or wheat germ, you've added the grain. What better way to gulp down your breakfast in a quick hurry? Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Then the big question is, do you want to have a foggy mind, feel sluggish all day, not lose very many pounds, and increase your chance of heart disease and diabetes? Then don't eat breakfast. Continue on the way you're going. But if you really want a change and are ready for a clear mind and have lots of energy, with added bonuses of losing weight and lowering your chance of diabetes and heart disease, let's take the healthier road and start today by eating a healthy breakfast every day, by planning ahead and getting up just a few minutes earlier. We can all start our day off and take advantage of the physical and mental bonuses that come from just simply eating breakfast. So who's with me? Let's take the challenge and eat breakfast every day for 1 week and see if we feel more energized. Let's do it.
Good.